This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you. This is the first time with Disney Plus where I have said, because I'm not a greedy person, y'all. If Disney want to put one episode out a week, I ain't fiending, I'm not begging, I'm not feeling like I'm entitled to binge anything. But this is the first time where I thought like, okay, man, this is going to be rough because if people can't actually go and binge and see the rest of the episodes, these first two are so different from the other shows that we've seen.
They might drop off?
I don't think they'll drop off. I think people just going to get impatient. Just got back from Chicago, but we got more shows coming up. So you can catch us in Miami. And then the next day in Orlando, that's going to be January 20th and January 21st. And then you can see us in Dallas, Texas, February 18th. Go to x1entertainment.com to get your tickets. But if you go below, you can get tickets for these remaining shows over here. Your boy Hawkeye.
Oh, that's it.
You know, everybody talking about he's an Avenger, but I mean, you know, he's not anybody's favorite Avenger or anything. You know, he's
bows and arrows.
Yeah, you know, he's just a guy that shoots arrows. You know, he's not a god or anything
with
like
incredible
that.
accuracy.
But with incredible accuracy. Oh, and sometimes he can kick. So you know, that's cool. That's cool, man. But now, old Hawkeye, he's coming up in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, no more scraps for old Hawkeye.
Oh.
No, he get his own shit. Got his own Disney show.
That's right, Disney Plus show.
Disney Plus show. Let's get that correct. And it's like, nah, you still getting scraps. You know, you got Wanda out there fighting witches, Falcon out there fighting super terrorists.
And
racism. Loki fighting time gods.
That's right.
And who's Hawkeye fighting? The tracksuit mafia.
The middle-aged tracksuit mafia.
Hawkeye. After everything that's been going on, all the big things that are happening with the Marvel Universe, the cinematic Marvel Universe. You know, we just got through with Eternals that's out there, man. All the cosmic stuff is happening right now. Maybe now is the time to just have a more down-to-earth hero. You know, cool off for a little bit. Let's bring it back. You know, let's get real one more time.
Get more of that magic.
Yeah.
Powers.
All that rigmarole out there.
Yes, right.
Maybe Hawkeye is not only the hero we want, but the down-to-earth hero that we need.
This is the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys.
Get out of here, man. Yeah. You got that shit quickly like, mother.
Oh, yeah, you got to do better. Bitch, I'm Hawkeye.
You got to do better than that, goddamn.
When I say that we got Hawkeye as you know, the down to earth, the low key Avenger right there. You know, everybody says it's like it's a bad thing. Thing is, Hawkeye, aka Clint Barton, as a Burton. I think it's Burton. Clint Burton, I think. We'll just call him Clint. That's what he tells everybody to call him anyway. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with being low key. Nothing wrong with being, you know, the down to earth Avenger. Thing is that he knows he ain't a god. He knows he's not. He knows he's not a super soldier. He knows he's not
a genius
billionaire. You know, he says, you know what I am, and I'm proud of this. I'm a dad. Mm-hmm. I'm a dad first and foremost. I'm a dad, and I just happen to be a dad that just shoots arrows real good
and beats ass
and can kick ass.
Right.
You know, and that's all I need, man. I got everything I want in life.
That's it.
So ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't need nothing else out there. Now, before we continue, you know what I got to do, y'all? I got to tell you a little something that helps pay the bills around here, and I want to thank every plate. And that is the company. I'm not thinking every plate out there. I want to thank every plate in everybody's home right now. No, I want to thank the service there, every plate, for sponsoring this portion of the video. So, you know, we talk about Hawkeye, and we talk about he's low key, but he's still a superhero.
Yeah.
You know something? I bet a superhero like Hawkeye, he stays healthy and strong by eating a nice home cooked meal.
Right.
You know, they ain't eating all that stuff out there.
No.
He don't know what all that fast food has been and all that restaurant.
Yeah.
You know who's spitting in his food and all that.
Nah, man,
He's got enemies, man. They could try to poison his food.
It's true.
Enjoy delicious, affordable meals delivered right to your door and ready to go in just 6 easy steps. They've actually counted it out to make sure that this is not going to take long. They got the steps right there for you because all the recipes come on these cards and they guide you all the way. And every plate will give you some super savings too. Every plate is 50% cheaper than a meal made from grocery store ingredients. So we're not even talking about going to the restaurants. We're talking about it's cheaper than grocery shopping out there.
There you go.
And the ingredients are brought right to your home. How much more convenient can that be?
6 steps.
Every plate provides easy to follow recipe cards and pre-portioned ingredients so you can spend less time prepping and cooking and more time in enjoying that food, eating that food up.
That's right. Like a superhero.
Like a superhero would. Get your energy, man.
Right. Get that energy.
And you can enjoy that food with your family and your friends and your loved ones. Let every plate plan, shop, and as I said, deliver all your food that you need to cook a delicious meal. And I told you, at a great price. Choose between 17 recipes that change each week and swap proteins, veggies, and whatever side you may like and whatever diet you may have. Try every plate for just $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering the code TOASTED179. By the way, TOASTED179 is all one thing, no spaces or anything like that. I want to thank Every Plate for sponsoring this portion of the video. And I also want to thank you out there for your support, as always. All right. I want to thank y'all for, seriously, before we continue with the review, I want to thank y'all for actually supporting by letting us do the ads that we have here. These sponsors that we have, they help us with the show. They help grow the business here. So if you want to support Double Toasted, you're a good community member, then these ads help out, and thank you for supporting those and dealing with those. I appreciate it. I just want to let you know, you guys have been so supportive with that. You've been really cool with it. I know a lot of people don't adjust to things too well, but you guys have been great. So thank you so much. All right. And nobody has talked any shit about this at all. Everybody's been very cool. That's why I'm thanking you for it. No, you guys have been very supportive. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. So now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that this is based on the 2012 Hawkeye series that came out, which, by the way, and this is a whole discussion for another day, but the imagery from that comic, the graphics from that comic, the art from that comic had a huge influence on the opening graphics of the show.
Oh, okay.
There's a big debate about Marvel needing to pay these people that actually have a lot of influence on these shows and movies out there. That's another talk for another day.
I'm sure Scarlett's got something to say about that.
Oh, yeah. But people, let's go ahead and talk about the show. And we saw 2 episodes. Now, 1 episode's already out. We saw it a couple of days ago, but we just did not have time because we had a really busy schedule. Martin told you what he thought about it yesterday, so I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. We would have had this up earlier, but things were so busy. But since it was 2 episodes and 1 is coming out later, I can do this now. And so let's talk about episode 1 real quick, which a lot of people have seen. And there's been some things that have been going back and forth that people have been talking about.
Okay.
They're talking about, even before we do that, let me just say some things I really liked about this before we get into the things that people are actually, I don't know, maybe complaining about. But there's a really good sense of humor in this show. And that's one of the things you're going to have to realize is there's a lot of humor going on here. And that might not be to everybody's liking. But I thought that the first episode, and I'm trying to find, and I wish I had a clip of it, man, because there is an opening scene here where there it is. So they have this Captain America play that's going on.
Oh, right, the musical.
Captain America, the musical, yeah.
Steve Rogers or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
I saw a little tiny bit of it in the trailer. Looks pretty funny.
It's actually pretty hilarious, but it's not funny anymore when Hawkeye's watching. He's like, I lived this shit, and I'm getting kind of PTSD from this.
Right, yeah, for real.
You're like, I'm looking at friends that have died up there.
Right, yo, the dancing.
Black Widow up there and everything, and Hulk is just a dude in a hoodie and shit. Right. He's like, man, I lived this shit. This ain't funny, but my kids wanted to come see it. Wow. So, and I thought that was a nice touch, being able to balance humor along with kind of this internal thing that Hawkeye's going through.
Sure.
So, there's a lot of subtlety that they're already starting with, but one of the things that people are, I think, complaining about here and not liking is that they say, look, the show is called Hawkeye. And at this moment, we getting a whole lot of Kate Bishop, played by Haley
Steinfeld.
What is it?
Steinfeld.
And you are. You know, with the first episode, it starts out with Hawkeye with his family. You know, he's trying to get back home for Christmas. Things are starting to go down with him. As I said, you see he's got a little bit of PTSD from things. But then we switch over to Kate Bishop. And, you know, we get a lot of her childhood, loss of her father, relationship between her and her mother, played by Vera Farmiga. You only got 6 episodes here. So there's this whole thing where you see her from the age of 6. Something happens that makes her really driven. And during the opening credits, you getting her like practicing a bow, learning karate, I don't know, picking locks or whatever.
Montaging it.
Yeah, it's montaging through the credits. So look, I get it. So at least they get that out the way.
Yeah, like you said, there's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Which go by fast.
Yeah, but I tell you, I think that she plays a perfect Kate Bishop with this character. I never read the books or anything, but I like the way she's playing this character right now because I like what I see here. And so I didn't mind seeing her. It's the first episode. So there's going to be a lot of times where we'll be able to go back and forth. And I think with her being a new character here, you already know Hawkeye. You already know about his family. You know, let's go ahead and learn about this new character right here. So I didn't mind them jumping into that. It's the first episode, y'all. I'm not getting mad about that. Plus, we got to set up this whole thing where we get to know the character because we're going to be spending a lot of time with her and Hawkeye. So that is cool, man. I did not mind that at all. Plus, this episode is setting up, I thought it did a good job at setting up the tone for the rest of the show. You know, with this, we've seen a lot of things go on with the Marvel Universe, man. As I said, you know, WandaVision, we're having like other dimensions turning reality around, fighting witches. You know, we've had, again, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier fighting super terrorists. Loki is a show where, you know, that show is just incredibly weird and also incredibly good.
Yeah.
Luckily, he believes in himself enough for the both of us.
You know, all those shows are big, man. All those shows are huge.
I enjoyed Loki.
Yeah, man. These shows are almost on movie level. You know, all of them.
Yeah, the budget behind it.
The budget behind them. Old Clint gets the
shaft.
He gets the shaft again.
He gets the Hawkeye treatment.
Yeah, he gets the old Clint gets the.
I didn't know you were building that.
Old Hawkeye gets the shaft again. They like everybody got a check. You get some money. You get some money. Oh shit, Loki, you know you gonna get a check. Oh, Clint, man,
you still here?
Man, with the budget just ran out, my friend.
What you got left?
Yeah, we got some pennies over here. Yeah, my man.
Right.
Listen, this, and I'm not saying that this is in a bad way. Not at all.
Old Clint.
Yeah, old Clint, boy, Clint. Well, I think we got some change left, man. Yeah, but
give it to me.
I'll take it. This feels more like this is their show that feels more like a TV show than all the others. And
the other ones felt like films.
And I'm not saying that that's bad. You know, the opening scene of the first episode, we watch a young Kate Bishop. Of course, she's played by another girl. She's about 8 years old. We watch that as she watches New York City being destroyed back when the first Avengers happened. And it's really cool, man. I mean, you know, it's got huge special effects. They're recreating certain ships and whatnot. That is cool. But after that, they're like, well, there goes the budget. That's it.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Ain't got no more Hawkeye bucks after that. That is done, man. Yeah, ain't got no more Clint bucks up in here, man. But what is cool about that is that when we're talking about being grounded, this is a more grounded character. He's not trying to be a huge hero or anything. He's trying to get home for Christmas, man. That is it. And so it's a nice breather from all the big stuff that we have out there. You know, this feels like a lighter version of the Netflix shows.
Sure.
And what I mean by that is that this is street level. And it feels like that, except that we don't have all the extreme and bloody violence that we had in the Netflix shows. You don't have the language. You don't have the sex scenes that they have.
Yeah, it's Disney Plus. You ain't gonna have all that.
I think that is working. You know, they're setting up a lot of cool, mysterious things that are happening in Kate Bishop's life in that first episode. like there's some stuff going on with her stepdad that we don't know what's happening here. Jack DeQuincy. You know, this like we had now, yeah, he's a rich guy that went and plus because Kate Bishop comes from a rich family, so we have beginning to figure out this is the dude from Better Call Saul. For those who watched the show, that's the last time I saw him.
Which guy?
Yeah, he was working for the Mexican mafia, of course. But
oh yeah, him. Boy, he's looking slimy as hell there, ain't he?
yeah, he is, man. It's like, what is going on with this dude? Like, Kate don't like him at all. And it's like, it's not, well, yeah, I don't like you because my mom, but also there's just something not right about you that's going on.
Right.
Something going on weird with your family. And I'm not going to say what went down, but they are setting up a lot of these things where it's like, okay, something's going to happen with these characters, and they're setting it up, I think, very well at the moment. You know, now going into episode 2, for those of you who are talking about, I want the Hawkeye show, well, this is finally where you are getting more of the Hawkeye show. But if you're expecting a darker or more suspenseful show, again, you're going to be disappointed, man, because they up the comedy on this.
Oh.
Yeah, they up the comedy way more on this, man.
Too much or what?
It wasn't for me, but I could see that being for some people. Like, the whole thing that happens here is that you have Hawkeye, who he's his past is starting to catch up with him. You know, he's made some enemies back when he was Ronin from Avengers.
Sure.
I mean, or Endgame or whatever it was.
Endgame.
Yeah, and back in Endgame when he was Ronin. So that outfit, that costume, has made a lot of enemies.
Sure.
Not him.
Right.
That hoodie.
Whoever's wearing that hoodie, yeah.
Yeah, and so Kate Bishop steals that, and now that's when things are really starting to go down, where his past is catching up with him. There will be more dangerous criminals along the way because of what he's done. We'll probably get bigger mafia. We'll probably get some superpowered people on the way.
Some dudes in red tracksuits.
Some dudes who wear tracksuits, man.
Red tracksuits.
Red tracksuits. But you know
the bowling league.
When I say they up the comedy, it's like it's that whole thing of, and it's kind of true to what the comics from when I used to read Marvel comics, what they used to do, where the heroes sometimes they just go out in the street, and it's New York. Everything's crazy in New York, so people are like, hey, you're that dude. And then you got the heroes mingling in with regular people when they have to.
Right.
They got a scene where Hawkeye has to try to get his suit back from a group of LARPers. Those are people who role play in live action.
Oh, okay.
And it's played up completely for funny, man. They yucking it up as much as they can. And there's some people out there, you might not like that because you've been seeing some of the darker shows. Hey, I know Marvel. I know y'all got jokes, but damn, you know, we don't have to like. You have to make it this funny. You don't have to be this comical with it. I kind of like that. It did add to the whole thing of Clint don't want to be a big superhero. He's doing his job. He's doing what he's doing his responsibility. And when he's out there doing this, he's telling people, don't even call me Hawkeye. Just call me Clint.
Right.
So this whole thing of him mixing in with regular people, it's like it fits that character to me.
Sure. Well, I mean, he was like that in the other ones too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he was just kind of down. He was like, look, I'm just here to do my job, and that's that.
Yeah. You're so used to seeing all these other shows that if you're not used to this one kind of toning it down a little bit, I can see people being disappointed. I'm thinking that it fits the character a little bit.
Well, I mean, the trailer is full of humorous stuff. I mean, like I mean, you're not. I mean, like I said, I told you I'm watching it tomorrow. So I mean, but like, you're not saying anything I didn't already anticipate, I should say.
He's still out there fighting the main antagonists at the moment are that he's taking on head on. It's the tracksuit mafia, and those dudes, they out there played up for laughs. You know, everything they say, hey bro, what do you think? Use bro a lot. I think they did that in the comic, but you know that. I mean, look, and they're a bunch of idiots right now, man.
Oh no! Get out.
What the f you doing? Hey, shit!
You could have grabbed that shit.
That's all you've got! Come on! Throw another one!
Oh, these idiots right here. And
Right down to the gold chains.
Right down to them sleaze ass dookie chains.
Yeah, dookie ropes, yeah. They do have some dookie ropes, didn't they?
Yeah. And you know, if I would say for people who are looking at this and they're thinking, all right, he's fighting idiots. Everything's on the, so it's a little bit too down to earth for me. These guys, they're setting up probably a bigger villain, like the person that they work for. You're also getting some things that are happening with, now again, you correct me because I don't know, these things are blending together for me. Because I had 72 hours to watch it. I watched it while I was a little drunk, to be honest with you, when we were in Chicago. I came in at 2 and 3 in the morning, and I like the way that they are setting up probably more menacing elements that are soon to rise. Like I said, this guy, Jack DeQuincy, there's a cool scene. I think there's an episode 2 where he actually has a fencing scene with Kate Bishop. And it's really cool. It's really cool because, you know, they're setting him up to be a slick villain that can get into people's minds, you know, get into their heads and control, kind of mind games and manipulate people. So that is the hard thing about watching 2 episodes, because you know that at some point all of this stuff is probably going to get bigger, tie together more, bring in bigger things, bigger elements. They're talking about at some point they're going to be bringing in some other characters out there, some bigger characters. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. I'll tell you about it now. Like they're going to be bringing in at one point they're going to be bringing in Yelena Belova, and also they're going to be bringing in the character of Echo. I think Marvel's first big, I think like deaf hero or something. I don't know. Even though they had a deaf chick in the Eternals. Until you see the whole series and see what they're going to be doing to like up the ante, it's hard to really say anything. All you can do is say, hey, look, you know, I see where not only things might get bigger and be a bigger threat, but I also see why they've been setting up Kate, why they've been setting her up so big, because you know what's going to happen. I mean, it's kind of predictable where it's going to go, but what little they show me, I like where it's going. Where you have Hawkeye and her, man, you know they're going to do the whole what do you call it, like
partners,
buddy cop thing.
Yeah,
they're going to be
cop.
doing a whole buddy cop thing in this, and it's predictable. But do I like what I'm seeing? Do I like where I think it's going to go? Yeah, I think there's a lot of great chemistry between Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld, man. I think that they work very well together, and we're only 2 episodes in. So if I'm getting what I get from these first 2 episodes, then you know by the time we get to the end of it, I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Mommy, a superhero.
Hey, look, that one's you.
No, it's Katniss Everdeen. Let's go. In this ninja suit, and the people are trying to kill him.
They can't even get. They got a person out there with a bow and arrow. He can't even get a Times Square cheap ass costume player, man.
Because of this ninja suit, the whole thing's a problem I'm going to solve today, so I can go home to my family.
No, it's branding.
Girl, out.
He's like, bitch, you know, I don't just do arrows, right? God damn. Now it's branding. All right, look, this ain't gonna work if you don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut your ass up. This is the first time with Disney Plus where I have said, because I'm not a greedy person, y'all. If Disney want to put 1 episode out a week, I ain't fiending, I'm not begging, I'm not feeling like I'm entitled to binge anything. But this is the first time where I thought like, okay, man, this is going to be rough, because if people can't actually go and binge and see the rest of the episodes, these first 2 are so different from the other shows that we've seen.
They might drop off?
I don't think they'll drop off. I think people just going to get impatient.
Oh, well, I was like that with WandaVision.
People might drop off.
Okay. All right, yeah, because I was like that with WandaVision. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like people, I mean, you mean the viewership's going to drop off? I don't. You know what? I don't even think the viewership will really drop off, because these fans are loyal. I'm just saying people are just going to be complaining and they're going to be like, well, I don't know, you know, this isn't like the other shows where, man, from the beginning they were amazing. Right. You know, this is really, like I said, man, being that this feels like the most TV-like out of all of the other shows, this is the one that kind of feels most familiar as an action show, because it's a street level action show. I hear you, and like when you said the budget, you were comparing it to the budget of the other shows. Yeah. Now, I mean, the bottom line is with viewership, like it ain't like it's on NBC. I mean, you got Disney Plus or you don't. You already got it. You'll watch them eventually. Yeah. But it just may be like you may, you know, may end up watching it, you know, finish them in January or something like that because of that. I mean, who knows? Well, it's not, man. It's not wacky. Okay, you know, it's not out there where it's like they're not playing it like a comedy. It's comedic. It has humor, but it's not like a full blown comedy. Right? Sure. You know, it's not. They're not making jokes every 5 minutes. Sure. Okay. But I'm just saying. I'm just going on what you're saying, because I was like, I'll be honest. I did roll my eyes. Not the first time she said it, but when she had to end the scene that way, I was like, God damn. And some of this stuff is straight. Some of the stuff is straight from the comic, man. Right. You know, okay. Cool. It's like that. They've been, from what I understand, they have been very true to it, loyal to it. True to like certain scenes in the comic. Like there's just certain things that they put in the comic that people know that might bug a person like you coming in if you don't like the jokes. Like for example, you know, they got a dog in this. This dog comes out, then it's a one-eyed dog they got.
and this dog is played up for cuteness. This dog comes out of nowhere to save her. I know that dog is in the comics.
Okay.
I know that's a fan favorite, and once you get used to it, it's like,
right.
Yeah. I, again, knowing that I think this fits the nature of the character, knowing that things will ramp up, liking what I see already with the chemistry, with the leads here, and the little bits of action that I have seen. They're not, once they do it, it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm planning on for my post Thanksgiving watch tomorrow. So
yeah. What is the dog name? Is it Lucky the Pizza Dog? Is that what?
All right, see, now I ain't watching shit.
Hey, Billy.
Motherfucker said Lucky the Pizza Dog. I ain't watching that shit now. I'm kidding.
You know, when people were amazed when they thought like Marvel is bringing the movies to the small screen.
Yeah.
Now this is like the small screen is on the small screen.
Jerry Renner's like, I wasn't amazed, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Y'all did me wrong, goddammit.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I like it.
All right. I mean, like I said, I'm like I pay my little $7.99 a month, so I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll let you know next week what I think.
Yeah, I think it's fun. It's hard for me to really say what to do with this with 2 episodes. That's why I'm giving this a matinee. Now, if it gets better,
okay.
Yeah, if it gets better, you gave me 2 episodes. I don't know where to go from here with that. I mean, it's not even a fair judgment. But judging from what I've seen right now, it's in the matinee territory.
Okay. Did they release those 2 at the same time?
Yeah, for us.
Oh, for you guys.
Yeah.
So I can only watch 1 right now.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I can only watch 1.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right,
Okay.
Oh, is both out there? I didn't know that. Oh, you got both. Okay.
So they do have both.
Yeah. Oh, you got both at once. Nice. Very nice.
They must have released them both at the same time. So
Okay.
Y'all ain't special.
Oh, okay. It's 2 episodes. Nice. Yep, both out. So there you go. You can watch both of them.
Maybe they know. They're like, look, we got to release these 2 first.
Man, that's the smartest thing to do. I think that would have been a mistake to release just that one.
Yeah. See. Yeah. That's probably what they were doing.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad to hear that because I was even thinking myself, I was like, why y'all just releasing one? So if they release 2, perfect. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.